Samsung Galaxy camera.
Thank you very much, David. And good evening, everyone. I hope you've been enjoying the show so far, because I'm going to enjoy the next few minutes where I'm going to share with you more details about the latest Galaxy camera. Now, we all love to take pictures, don't we? I can see that we have plenty of it going on here. And I think what you see behind me is the embodiment of what J.K. Shin was talking about a few minutes ago, where we genuinely are entering a new era of visual communications. And as he mentioned, we're really looking at what consumers are after, and they're telling us pretty strongly that they're looking for high-quality professional images, exceptional editing capabilities, but importantly, the power to share what you create seamlessly and wherever you are. So we're locking in on that demand. We're basically combining camera features that you can't find on smartphones with smartphone features that you can't find on cameras. And for us, this is generating another new category, which has Wi-Fi, 3G, and 4G connectivity. So let's zoom in for a closer look, shall we? Now, the world moves fast, and whether it's a ray of light or a sports car zooming by on the street, the Galaxy camera will be ready. Like the smartphone, it stays on standby or sleep mode so that the instant you need to take a shot, it's ready for you, there and then. The Galaxy camera also has a 21 times super long zoom. And I think we know the value of having an optical zoom versus having a digital one. Now, if you're going to have a super long zoom like that, you have to make sure that you have a screen that matches up to it. And what you can see here is a beautiful 4.8-inch high-definition, super clear touch display. This screen allows you to enjoy taking the pictures in the first place on the large screen, but then you can edit it and view the pictures on that large screen as well. We're going to have a look at some pictures. And as you see these pictures, I think you'll agree that they're absolutely stunning. They're actually the sort of pictures that you would actually assume were taken by a professional. You'd expect them to be done by the cameras with the big professional lenses. But with the Galaxy camera, you actually have the capability, with a few quick taps, to get into 10 Smart Pro modes. There's no lessons required, there's no practice required, and there's no fiddling with the settings. You just tap the scene you want to capture, and the Galaxy camera takes care of the rest. Now I'm going to tell you about a few of the favorites of these modes. The first one is the waterfall trace mode, and it's a perfect example of the value of these modes. It's not easy to take a great waterfall photo, but it can be with this mode. It automatically softens the waterfall, making it look like a beautiful photo that's actually more like a watercolor painting. And that's without having to change any of the settings. Another example is an action freeze mode. This actually allows you to take crisp pictures of even the fastest moving objects. The one I really like is actually called light trace mode. And this is one that will really make you think you're a pro. It gives you absolutely stunning images of night shots with the cars whizzing by, with their red tail lights running through the photo. And you're also able to use a light source like a flashlight to write something onto the image, as you can see in the images behind me. And finally, there's a blue sky mode, which you might think sounds simple enough, doesn't it? But the amateurs amongst us so many times have tried to take the picture of a beautiful blue sky, only to have it appear washed out in the actual image. This mode makes sure that glorious sky is perfectly rendered onto your final photo. So in short, the Smart Pro mode can turn anyone into a professional photographer with ease. But that's just the beginning of what makes this camera great. We've also created a very powerful voice control feature for those moments where inspiration strikes and your hands are full. So without pressing any buttons, you can simply command the camera to zoom in, to zoom out, to set the timer, and to take the photo, all with the power of your voice. This means it's easy for the self-portraits, for the family shots, and even to deal with photos when you've actually got something in your other hand. Now, the Galaxy camera isn't just about great still shots. It supports full high-definition video and has a unique slow-motion video feature, which actually takes at 120 frames per second video in slow motion, which captures priceless moments you can lose in the blink of an eye. And when you play it back, you see it in perfect quality. Now, what are you going to do with all this great content that you've created? If you're like me, you've probably got hundreds of photos and videos all over the place. I'd love to have something that helped me manage it, wouldn't you? Now, other devices struggle with what you'd think is a simple function, but the Galaxy camera has two aces up its sleeve. It has a smart content manager. You can use that to quickly and easily organize all your photos. And when you have to find something, it sets up an easy search based on the time or location of the photo. You can view your images in a variety of different ways, such as a spiral or a straightforward timeline. And we've also put in a location view. And this feature allows you to get a quick preview of the picture before you actually open it. So in summary, you can create folders, you can delete folders, you can move them around, you can drag and drop the pictures, and you're doing it all on a lovely big 4.8-inch screen. Now, before I come to the wrap-up, one of the important elements we talked earlier was the importance of sharing in this new era of visual communications. Hundreds of millions of people around the world are using social media and other platforms to communicate and share with each other. And people are sharing images more than ever before. So we knew that the Galaxy camera has to empower people to share more easily and with more sophistication. And again, just in case you forgot, this is actually a camera based on Android. That basically means that the user will see an interface that they're more than familiar with many of the smartphones that are in the market. So the usage experience is so simple. And because it's Android, the sharing features and the tools are incredibly powerful. So let's just talk about a few of them. The first is the Share widget. What this does is stream all your favorite email, social media, and chat services together and get rid of the need for all the different apps that support them. Now, with one click of the button, it will give you access to all of those streams, and it will give you the power to share your content through to them quickly, seamlessly, and pretty much wherever you are. You can even use it to cast your pictures onto your TV. Painful group shots, you know the ones. You have to endure endless people asking the photographer, please take one with my camera, please take one with my camera. Nobody's smiling at the end of those. ShareShot lets you take a picture and share it with other devices in real time with Wi-Fi Direct. Everyone can get the same great photo right away. And we also know group photos can be a bit tricky, especially when you're using a timer. That's why we have the remote viewfinder feature. This actually means that you can connect the camera to your smartphone, so that is seeing what the camera sees, and you take the picture when the whole group is ready. No more running back to try and get into the picture on time. It's done smartly for you. Now, as we said at the start, the Galaxy camera was born for the visual communication era. It basically lets you shoot perfectly, edit and manage your content with ease, and share everything seamlessly. It's pretty exciting, isn't it? We're doing everything we can at Samsung to stay ahead of the pack and to keep consumers ahead by opening up new possibilities for digital cameras and smart devices alike. And we think a lot of people are going to enjoy rediscovering photography pretty much as we've enjoyed recreating the camera. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the show.